Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is pretty much last minute. I actually, with my working clothes, my work clothes, um, just came a little while ago, but I wanted to come in because now I feel that if something comes up and it's something important, I'm not going to wait to to get myself someone decent to come on and talk. I thought that it was good that as soon as it happened, I would come and talk about it. So basically, what happened was that, um, as many probably know, maybe some don't, I had issues with asthma, and I had another maybe miraculously cure of asthma. I don't know, but I I think you're gonna enjoy listening to this. So besides the heart condition that I talked to you about, the issue that I had, that knock on wood to this point, it's been great since I did the remedy. But a little prior to that, I started to notice that I was getting better with my asthma, but I was so enthralled into the heart murmur, heart palpitation thing that I didn't put as much attention. But actually, right before I felt better with the heart, I felt really bad with the asthma, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. I mean, I used to use the inhaler like maybe a few times a week, depending on the situation of the triggers, which were either perfume, detergents, or smoke, somebody smoking. I became very sensitive, uh, and that happened. Obviously, I started with mild asthma as an adult, and then with issues at a previous job, and then construction at the house. It became worse, and it was I started doing my own remedy, and I will talk to you uh, about what I did, just so you have an idea. So obviously, this is just in case it was uncomfortable and you don't want to be at that point where your lungs and you feel tight. It can get scary, and the last time I had an incident was maybe a month and a half ago. I felt my lungs tight, and then I just felt dizzy, and that was an indication that I wasn't getting enough oxygen, and that kind of was a little bit. It really concerned me, but for some reason, all of a sudden, it just stopped. I mean, it just stopped, and I just started to notice that I wasn't getting the tightness. I wasn't getting triggers, and you know, I was always doing my remedies, my breath work, my apple cider vinegar, eliminating, trying to avoid any triggers. And, and it started to get better. It was kind of, like I said, it was stable to a certain extent. And sometimes I would use this sporadically during the week. And then all of a sudden I just noticed I didn't need this. I wasn't getting triggered, you know, by perfume or by detergent, and when I chant I use incense, so that would always kind of trigger me. And and then I was talking to my friend today, and we were catching up, an old friend of mine, and I told him, I said, "Oh, my asthma's better." And he's like, "Really? How did that happen?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm trying to look back." And but then we started talking about, the I was sharing my music, what I was creating with him, and his feedback, and how it was, beautiful to see me, create, and how I you know, how I sounded, and etc. And that was yesterday. But then this morning, I guess he had a little more time to think about it, and he sent me this message, which was very touching. And he said, "Good morning. I'm so proud of your creative expression as it relates to songwriting and singing. I also believe that because of that expression, your overall health has improved, including your respiratory system. Creation paired with love." So when he wrote that, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, he he's right." I think he's right. I mean, I noticed that the more I started to create, especially the last couple of songs or so, few songs, it made me really happy, and it brought joy, and then the feedback, and just listening to it myself, because I enjoyed it. I would listen to it over and over, and the emotion that it created, and again the feedback that I got from others of what they felt. It was just that feeling and the process of creating that really dawned on me. I think he just reminded me that, sound incorporated with the emotion of especially love and compassion, and that feeling resonates within you. And that resonance, that frequency that comes and generates within you, and it's voiced out, and you listen to it and you feel it, does change your to a cellular level, and that hence the practice of sound healing. So when he told me that, I just like was in awe, because I mean, I'm telling you, I've been dealing with this for a few years, and it will, it can get very uncomfortable and unsettling, because the last thing you want to be is not being able to breathe. I've been good in monitoring it and having this as an emergency, but I was from mild. I felt like it was getting moderate, and at times I felt, this is getting a little out of hand, but call it a miracle, call it a cure. So far, so good, and I'm excited to see what happened with the actions that I took of following something that I enjoy and that I love, and for it to be sound, for it to be emanating emotions, and for me that was like, wow, this is super amazing. First the heart murmur, the heart palpitation, and figuring out that, taking the iodine would help tremendously, and pretty much eliminate 90 to 95% of it. And then to know that, because I couldn't figure out what it was. All I knew is for a fact, so like, wow, I haven't felt that, pressure in my chest for quite some time. And, I kind of put it aside for a little bit, but then conversing with my friend, he made me realize that there's something to it, absolutely. And it makes me, excited to be able to have that experience, and to share it, and so you can see that it really sound and emotion uh, really can help you heal. So I just wanted to briefly come here and talk about that experience, and I hope that I will, wow, I can help others with this. And if there's anything that you notice yourself by listening to the music and the guided meditations that I've done, please let me know, because this is proof. This is cause and effect. This is actual proof of what I'm doing. And wow, so I will continue to keep you informed, and to let you know about my other creation that's in the works. And with this, it's actually encouraging me so much more to do what I do, and hope this encourages you to listen to things that are beautiful and healing. So with that said, thank you for joining me tonight, and I will talk to you soon. Namaste.